What's up, everybody? It's your boy Blizzy coming through with a. This is an emotional video, and I'm sorry if you hear the fan going on in the back. Let me take care of that. All right, so we got the fan taken care of. It's an emotional video a little bit here. This has been a rough couple of weeks. So if you're tuned into the channel and you keep up a little bit or whatever, back in January, late December, early January, like right before my birthday, somewhere in there. My birthday is on January the 6th. Me and my wife decided that we were going to get a friend for our 7-year-old American pit mix. And we were going to get her a friend, and I ended up searching high and low because we live in New England, off in the sticks for a puppy. And I found a lady really local that had a pit mix that ended up not even being a pit bull mix. He was a blue heeler, um, a blue heeler cattle dog mix with lab. So, anyways, we went and looked at him, and he was pretty lethargic and not doing too good when we got there. And once again, God is like, I was looking for a pit bull, American Staffordshire Terrier, or somewhere in those lines, of red nose, blue nose, something like that. So, but this guy popped up, and I'll pin some pictures of him in this video. So we went and looked at him, and he was really unhealthy, and we had to do a lot of work right off the rip. But we named him OG Mac, and that's what we named him. And he's my black dog, my black puppy that you see in some of the videos here earlier this year. And he's been real sick. He had massive worms, and we had to treat him with a lot of loads of antibiotics and many vet visits. And this is just something that's a part of owning a dog and being a pet owner. I want to bring to light what sometimes having a big heart and wanting to save an animal and people will get you into, and you just got to be ready for it and be ready to sacrifice. So he's been very sick since a puppy. His stomach, he can never keep food down. We thought he was allergic to protein, and we had him on prescription food and really expensive food. And my wife made him home cooked meals: chicken, rice, lamb, vegetables, and bone marrow and bone stock broth, and all kinds of like the best stuff. Like, this dog was eating as good as a human being that lives a great healthy life, and nothing worked. We had him tested, his blood tested multiple times, his urine, his feces tested. We're talking $1,000 visits every time, and it was worth it. And I would have done it again to save him. We did this a handful of times, and the next options were to invasively cut him open and do things that still may not have produced an answer. This is really difficult when they're not finding anything, and you're praying to God that this doctor visit, they find something that gives you an answer. Well, 2 Mondays ago, I come home from work about 4 o'clock every day, and usually he's he's up here in his crate and he's yelping and always making noise and ready for Dad to get home, along with my girl dog Nala. They're ready for me to get home, and I'm coming through the door, and you hear noise and them barking and happy. And missing out on that. Missing out on that. So I come upstairs and get him up, and he's not moving around really great at all. He looks, you can tell, suffering. Well, I tried to feed them dinner and he wouldn't eat, and he's very, very energetic towards food, and that usually gets his blood circulating and will make him happy about anything. That wasn't the case. So my wife came home and we had to take him to the vet, and it was really unfortunate that there was nothing that we could do. They're telling us even if we spent 10, 20 grand, they couldn't guarantee an answer for what was wrong with him, other than he was probably born with cancer. So, really, really difficult. We got this puppy at 12 weeks old, 13 weeks old. Appeared to be lethargic and needed some help. Had worms real bad. Gave him mad antibiotics and mad medications. He went and got his distemper shot, all his vaccinations. We took care of all of that for him and trying to help him get through this and to put weight on, and he never did, and he became very thin at the end of his life. I'm not going to take him out of here, but this is OG. Now, this isn't OG. This is where his remains are now. And this is a part of owning a dog, and sometimes the things that you have to do. We really loved him, and we really wanted to help him. And sometimes we're powerless when it comes to these things. No amount of money and no amount of anything can replace that. Just be mindful when you go get pets and dogs and cats that this kind of stuff will happen. I'm not above it. It happens to a lot of people. He was also born with inverted eyelids, so his eyelids grew towards his eyeballs. And he was, without a $7,000 surgery, was going to be blind. I just put pet insurance on him, and you could say whatever when it comes to that. Like, I was going to do something. I had put pet insurance on him through my work and was going to, whatever, if it was going to be $3 grand for his eyes to be done out of pocket, even if it was the whole thing. I got a 401k. I don't give a shit. You get these animals, be ready to fork out the big money. And I don't care if it's a purebred or if it's a mutt like he was. What are you going to do, man? You love the animal. It's a part of your family. If they told me it was 10 grand and they could definitely fix him, I would have been figuring it out. Seriously, one way or another, I would have been trying to seriously figure it out. I don't do GoFundMes. I don't do begs. I don't beg people for nothing. But I might have actually considered doing a GoFundMe for us, where I would hope someone would do it for us. But it doesn't work like that for me. I would end up go take a loan or whatever it is to help him. But he was suffering, and I'm not going to have him cut wide open, and it's just really sad. So be mindful of that. If you're also watching the channel, we also got a new pit bull puppy, a brindle pit male, that he's pretty cool, and stay tuned to the channel. He's definitely not a replacement, but he's more, this sounds whatever, but that was what the kind of a dog I was looking for originally. But the Lord brought me to this dog to take care of him. OG made it to almost 2 years old. He was 2 months shy of being two years old, because he was born in December of 22. Yep. He was born in December of 22. So I just want to say rest in peace, OG. We love you, dude. He's over here. And we keep him around, but he lived here in this house, and I'm just renting this place. But there's a lot of property around here, and that's where he's going to be for the rest of his life. We're going to set some time to the side and spread his ashes around here. And that's where OG Mac will be. Cried a lot of tears. Very, very sad. But when it comes down to it, we would have done anything, and this is a part of having dogs. Sometimes they are born with weird stuff. I pray for all of you guys with pets, and for everyone going through struggles with paying the cost of having them sometimes, but they make up for it in the long run. You guys have it. A good one. We'll see you on the next one. Happy Sunday.